All right. The Fall Off. J. Cole. Jermaine Cole. Shout out to RDC World. Legendary YouTube channel. That motherfucker makes me laugh so much, man. The Fall Off. Well, I was going to make this joke about how, I'm not feeling well, so I'm just going to vibe and not pay attention to the lyrics. But I'm going to put in the YouTube title, part one. I'm going to do this in two parts. So today's Friday. I'm going to do disc one because we got 24 tracks, hour and 40 minutes. That's a lot. And I've done that length before, but really I want to break it up because someone pointed out to me on Twitter. Thank you, whoever that was. Thank you. It's disc 29 and disc 39 apparently. It's on Spotify. It's not labeled that, but it's got a 29 intro and a 39 intro. And apparently the first half is a 29-year-old perspective, and the second half is a 39-year-old perspective. So what I want to do, since this is intentionally his final album, or so I've been led to believe. I mean, if he makes something after this, yeah, who knows? I don't expect anything. I really appreciate when an artist, an artist, an athlete can go out on their own terms. They don't fade out, they don't burn out, they don't just suck their way into oblivion. Some of these people, man, they just build up such a legacy and then ruin it. So when somebody can build up their legacy, whatever that is, and go, okay, I'm done, and walk away, I really appreciate that. Especially with music, especially when they can go into an album going, this is my last one. Because that means something, especially for an artist, that means something. So really what I'm going to do with why I'm going to break it up into two halves, I'm going to dig into the lyrics. I'm really going to focus on the lyrics. I'm really going to read. I'm really going to try and take in what he's saying. I'm not a J. Cole expert, really, I don't know, people might not agree. I don't consider myself to be a hip-hop expert. I consider myself to be more of like a jack of all trades, master of none type of person. I can give you a lot of surface level information about artists, but I don't have any depth. I got a lot of range, but not a lot of depth when it comes to these artists. So when I go through the lyrics, there's going to be a lot of stuff I don't understand, that I'm going to miss, that I don't get. But either way, I want to go through it. So if you're a J. Cole fan, a huge fan, hopefully you'll enjoy this. Hopefully you'll enjoy this little ride. As far as the second parts, both these videos I post on Patreon and YouTube the same day. So if you're not on Patreon and you're like, oh shit, I don't want to wait. I post on Patreon first, and then like 2 hours later, then I do all my editing, and then I post up on YouTube. So a couple hours later, it's up on YouTube. Now Patreon, you can listen in MP3. There's no cuts, there's no ads, all that kind of stuff. So there you go. But don't worry about, like if you're just watching on YouTube, don't worry about, oh, I'm going to have to wait. Or no, you don't have to wait. You just got to wait for me to sit my ass down. Now, it is true that I am a little under the weather. My wife is in our bedroom right now, sick. I was going to say she's sick as fuck, but she's in her little reading nook corner, reading her book and just kind of, but she's coughing and blowing her nose and sore throat, like all that shit, right? I started getting sick a couple days ago, but it's been like a really slow getting sick. Like I feel like I should have been sick by now. Yesterday was kind of a long, slow day at work. So a little slow, a little low energy today, unfortunately for me, feeling under the weather. But we're going to take our time and we're going to enjoy this. We're really going to chew on this. Final album, double disc, 29-year-old perspective, 39-year-old perspective. That's pretty important, man. I really like J. Cole and how he does things. What's funny for me is I listen to his music, do these videos, and I just love everything that he does. And then I don't listen to him in my spare time. And I don't know why. I really don't know why. But there you go. I figured I'd just let you guys know that. It's not like, and it's weird. Like I always say, MF Doom is my number one favorite hip hop artist because he produces and he raps. I love everything about Doom. If you watch my top 50 most listened to video from the end of the year of 25, Doom is not on there. I love MF Doom, and I don't really listen to him that much. I don't know why. It's weird how shit like that works, Let's get into it. The Fall Off, Disc 1, Disc 29. So this is from the perspective of a 29-year-old. Now, I'm partially aware that I guess some of these songs he wrote years ago and whatever. I don't know. I'm not gonna worry about that. Let's just let it be what it is. Let's drop into this intro, which is just a minute long, and then we'll see where this goes. How does Jermaine Cole actually fall off? Producers J. Cole, Kuldeep Chudasama, I'll say. I don't know. Jero Davis, Joe Laporta. Track 129, intro. Here we go. Oh, yeah. I haven't heard this in a long time. So I know it jumps right in. Actually, okay. Sorry. Well, I was going to say some shit. Let's not say some shit. Let's just keep going. I kind of fucked up the transition really bad, though.
2-6 niggas wild, bitch. 2-6 niggas wild, bitch. 2-6 niggas wild, bitch. 2-6 niggas wild. 2-6 niggas wild, bitch. 2-6 niggas wild, bitch. 2-6 niggas wild, bitch. I love niggas.
If I wasn't rapping, bitch, I might just be the president. Please, with the beggingness, you're dwindling your relevance. We know your shit is dropping. We ain't copping what you selling us. Bitch, you was good in school. Why you hiding your intelligence? I remember you was getting A's. Now you failing us. Playing hard for the white boy that can't tell a difference. Caught a lot of bodies, so my closet, it got skeletons. Don't believe me, call your favorite rapper for the evidence. Rolls Royce, please don't sell these rappers no more colorness. They unoriginal, and plus I know they don't be budgeting. Coming, boy, I'm sunning them, they know I'm really one of them. 2-6, lot of screws loose with my brother in them. He got a speech impediment from choppers, he be cuddling. He say he like the way that shit be stuttering.
I wonder who this is about. I don't know.
My government. When I'm in the city, bitches screaming, outcast, but I was never cast out. I'm a small fish from a pond where they crash out. Slim eyes for a nigga getting to this cash route. Like a rat bitch going plat without an ass out. When you see your nigga,
I already want to pause like already.
Throw your window down, holler from afar. If you spot
that bass
nigga
is
like your car,
fucking phenomenal.
It's a real good chance he's a
Okay, let's pause. So 2-6 is like nicknames for the locals for Fayetteville. Yeah, okay. Figured that much. What is this? He's got a speech impediment from choppers he be cuddling. He say he liked the way that shit be stuttering. What's this about? Cole's highlighting a dangerous obsession where the literal mechanical rhythm of the firearm replaces speech. Yeah, sure. But who is he talking about? Also referencing the line prior to nicknames. Okay. I want to know who he's talking about. Who's he talking about? The annotations are not specific. They're just like explaining what we already know, right? Caught a lot of bodies, so my closet's got a lot of skeletons. Yeah, sure. Don't believe you call your favorite rapper for the evidence. Yeah. Rolls Royce, please don't sell these rappers no more Cullinan. I don't know what Cullinans are. Starter pack luxury SUV for anyone who finds a bit of success. That's funny. I don't know what the fuck that car is. No idea. They unoriginal, and plus I know they'd be budgeting. Okay. Well, I wanted to pause because I was hoping the annotation would explain, give me some knowledge I don't have about if he's talking about anyone specific here. Maybe it's not anyone. Maybe it's just people in general. Let's keep going. We'll come back. We'll go through lyrics again. But I wanted to just see if there was some insight there. There was no insight. We'll continue.
That shit feel old to me. My cribs, they never get sold to me. Them bitches get built for me like cheerleaders. I'm stepping on these niggas skillfully.
Yeah. Good flow.
Kill for me. Nigga, that shit lame. Then again, I guess that's your lane. In the 90s was crack cocaine. Nowadays it's clout and fame. Niggas is gas. Going viral off hating. Shit a disgrace. Y'all ain't even getting no bags. Y'all call them bags. My type bags. They can't even fit in the bag. I'm the future of this rap shit. Nigga, fuck everything that I did in the past. I'm throwing that out the water. If the times get hard, I just go harder, nigga. I say I just go harder, nigga. Careful of the devil in the melodies you hum. Smiling, going viral while infecting all of the young. I was lost back then, I was blind, deaf, and dumb. But I knew I'd find me a way. Fell off and fell on my face. But I knew I'd find a way.
Interesting. Okay, let's look at the lyrics. Great opener. You know what? The first verse, I was kind of like, I don't want to say like disappointed, but like I was kind of hoping for more pop in his vocals, a little bit more push with his flow. But that's what he did on the second verse. So, you know, hindsight, I like that he built up on that track, because that bass line is fucking great, and then these like scrambled violins, it's all over the place. One thing I'm trying to keep in mind is, you know, there's two things happening. It's J. Cole now, 2026, retiring, and I'll say that I don't know, who knows if he's actually. I'm taking that as that is the case. This is the final album, and so he's presenting this from that perspective, but also he's coming at it from the mindset of a 29-year-old or younger guy, right? And the second verse, or no, I'm sorry, the outro really hits on that. The sky was covered by the clouds, the color of the smoke. I couldn't see the sun. Now it's spelled like the literal sun in the sky, but I feel like there could be some double meaning there. You know, if the clouds are in the color of the smoke, if it's blocking out the sun, if it's blocking out the Son of God, if it's blocking out that kind of a thing. When you're young and you're wild and you're partying and you ain't worried about that type of shit, you know. J. Cole, he kind of exists in that lane. He's got a pretty high standard of morals that he seems to live by, that he talks about, he cares about. But I come to a glimmer of hope 1,000 miles from heaven and a block away from the slums, adjacent to the hood, just like the pointer is to the thumb. Sometimes I had to use both of them to pick up the crumbs, to place on my tongue, knowing the hunger would not numb. Be careful of the devils and the melodies you hum, smiling, going viral while infecting all the young. I was lost back then. I was blind, deaf, and dumb. But I knew I'd find me a way, fell off and fell on my face. And so this 2-6 song and kind of the wildness of it, right? Especially this opening verse where he's kind of calling out other rappers for being, you know, fake and he's the best and all sorts of shit, right? Which, by the way, I did say I was going to go through all the lyrics. I'm probably not going to go line by line, not word for word, line by line. You know, if there's something that I think that can be, you know, expanded upon, I'll try and hit on that. But what he's going through here in this first verse, I did like, you were good in school, why you hiding your intelligence? I remember you were getting A's, now you're failing us. Playing hard for the white boys that can't tell the diff. Cut a lot of bodies, anyway. What was the other song? Fuck. I go through this now. I listen to so much music and I go, there was that one song by that one guy and it was talking about that one thing. I can't fucking remember. Oh, shit, man. We know your shit is dropping. We ain't copping what you're selling us. You was good in school. I like this call out. You was good in school. Why you hiding your intelligence? This idea of this inverse, right? Like if you're intelligent, that's not cool. That's dumb. And if you're dumb and just cocky and arrogant and you know, flagrant and all this other shit, then that's what's cool and smart. And like, I don't know. And while I would love to like hound on that, it feels like that's just always kind of been a thing. So I ain't too worried about it because this is just kind of like society in general. It just seems how it always is. Like people just like to show off and be cocky and be badass, and being smart is stupid and lame and boring. Good start. Let's go to 2, or I guess 3. It's called Safety. J. Cole, DZL, Wu-Ten, Sakuki, Powers Pleasant I recognize. That's production team. This cover, I didn't talk about the cover. It looks like, you know, a photo. We got a bunch of CDs and cassettes and all this crap, and it looks like a beat pad. I wonder if this was like his first, you know, got the speakers here, the sound systems here. I wonder if this was his first like making music spot. I don't know. Anyway, here's 3, Safety. About 5 minutes too, a little bit of a longer song. Somebody's just going, wah.
Yeah, yo Jermaine, what's the word? I got a new number, delete that old one. By now I'm sure you must have heard about how I got jammed up and had to sit some. It's nothing, no, I did longer biz. This was a quick one. I never hit you cause I know niggas be playing victim, begging you for big sums of dough when income's low. That ain't my style, it'll never be. To me, you'll always be my dog, not a celebrity. Yo, I seen Brina on the gram, she don't post like that, but both she still bad. One of the baddest bitches the Ville had. A lot of these hoes falling off, and it's real sad how time can rob us of our best days as we slave for peasant wage with no nest egg, save for rainy days. But anyway,
like the rhyming.
I thought about you, holla at me. I would
kind of weaving through the story with these rhymes.
But you on my prayers, God bless you in your affairs. Stay aware, cause real niggas is red, dog. Say West Side, Cliffside, I know the whole world blowing up your phone. I wanna know, nigga, when you're coming home. You made it out of this bitch. Few things are better when a nigga from the bottom get rich. Although I'm sure it brings its own set of problems. Most of the city love you, though a couple seem jealous of your stardom. Like, what's up with old buddy that's making songs about you? Was about to punish some vicious, but then I thought about you and what you would say. Might tell me to chill, but he violating for real. Let me know when you coming back to the field, dog.
The safety part. I feel like the way he's unfolding this track, this story, this perspective of this other person, a friend of his, who's back at the Ville. How do you say it? Lafayetteville? Is that how you say it? I can't remember. It's an odd name of a town to me. Anyway, it reminds me of, what's the movie? Adam Sandler and Winona Ryder, and she makes up the town like Westchestershire, Shire, some bullshit like that. It's some small little farm town in the Midwest that she's from, and he like finds the town and flies around, and she's like, holy shit. There's actually a town named that. Anyway, nice little tangent. The safety part. Safety. I know the whole world's blowing up your phone. And I feel like right now what J. Cole is doing is he's showing a perspective of his own life where he's got people he knows that are reaching out to him in a non-malicious way. This person, what we've gone through so far. Let's go on some lyrics if we're talking. You know, he's just... I got a new number, delete the old one. He's just hitting him up saying hello. You know, I had to do a quick one, right? He was in prison a little bit. I didn't hit you up. People be playing victim, begging for sums of dough. When income's low, that ain't my style, never be. Tell you, always by my dog, not a celebrity. Really enjoyed the rhyming flow. I feel like he did a good job of his vocal flow, but the rhyming having its own flow that matched with the vocal flow, if that makes any sense. Just talking about, you know, seen Brina on the gram. She don't post like that, but bro, she's still bad. One of the baddest bitches the Ville had. A lot of these hoes falling off, and it's real sad. How time can rob us of our best days as we slave for present wage and no nest egg, save for rainy days. But anyways, what's up? That perspective right there was interesting to me because this person, this friend of J. Cole's, is talking about time robbing us of our best days, like back in the day when it was so good. But also, at the same time, this same person is talking about how great it is that somebody like J. Cole can make it out from the bottom. And so isn't that an interesting little duality there of those are our best days, but also that's the bottom, but those are our best days? And we're getting robbed. I don't know. Maybe he's just talking about youth specifically and being young, and those are our best days, and getting robbed of that because we're just slaving away and all that shit. But kind of interesting. The start of verse 2, you know, bro, what's going on? I feel no way when you don't respond. I know your heart and I know our bond. So like J. Cole hasn't responded. This person's hitting him up. J. Cole hasn't responded. I know lots on your plate. More is on your mind. I still hit you time to time when you're crossing mine. You know, talking about Big Maltide, fentanyl, motorcades because of shootings. These young kids are quicker to the bang out than I was, and forgot to say I got a daughter now. So it's just kind of like this random string of thoughts, and this is going on, and that's going on. But the part that I'm still curious of, and I'll finally get to my point, I'm assuming the song will unfold and tell us this safety thing. What is the safety? Is J. Cole the safety? Is home the safety? I don't think home is a safety. I kind of feel like J. Cole in this specific scenario is safety. But let's continue and we'll find out. We're about halfway through. I'll let it finish up.
For doctors to intervene, they couldn't do a thing. They say he dwindled away until his size was that of a figurine. It seems just like a mystery. Some say it was acquired immune deficiency syndrome. We been on what team he acknowledged. Since we was kids, he lived in a closet. But that changed soon as he went to college. Up there wildin' at A&T, running with fruity types, dick in the booty types, tight pants, switching their hips, painting their nails. So niggas from the Ville had to distance ourselves. He felt the way. Remember, he was beefing with me. That's when he moved to the A, I guess, so he could be free. But years later, I heard they seen him walking on Bragg at 2 a.m. with a lace front, dressing in drag. I shook my head, but still I began to feel bad. It's like his lifestyle was blocking all the love that we had. We turned our backs on him. Some of us called him nah, times changed. I know that's wrong.
Good for you, man.
I wish I could apologize, cause we did him wrong. Man, why I feel like recently niggas ain't living long. If you can make it home, the viewing is on Thursday, funeral on Friday. By plane or by highway, you're safe.
Maybe safety just means be safe. Just be safe. There's a lot of wild shit going on. Just be safe. Maybe that's what he means. Interesting. It just ends. Another thing I'm trying to do as we go through this album is keep track of where we are in a story that's being told to us. So just got out of the car, into a car, right? Let's hear the very end. Hold on. I'm all fucked up. Let's get to the very, very end. This is funny. We're going to listen to the last 12 seconds to hear what he's doing. I think he got into a car. Yeah, opens the door, closes the door, starts the car. Okay, and it's got a nice sound to the engine. So, to me, I take that little bit of sound, and this might be completely irrelevant, but just in terms of telling the stories, maybe he's checking his voicemails. J. Cole is checking his voicemails before he gets in the car, you know? And it sounds like he's driving a nice car by the engine. It's a push-button start. You can kind of tell. And that to me right there, you got this guy talking about this person that died, and it'd be great for the family if you came and see your face. I know it's hard because you're famous and all that shit. Viewings on Thursday, funerals Friday. By plane or highway, you have safety. I think safety, that just means be safe. And so what I'm trying to do is pick up on the story J. Cole is trying to tell from his perspective of, here I am, this guy, this young kid, and I'm listening to this dude who's back home, and all this crazy shit's happening. All these people are dying. All this shit's gone wrong. And here I am driving my fancy sports car, and I've got money, and I'm safe. And here's this person who is not safe, wishing me safety and wishing me the best, and just trying to let me know, and not being a burden. I mean, honestly, this is pretty well done in terms of just this character that he's created in these verses. And the first thing that comes to my mind is a bit of survivor's guilt. Survivor's guilt, or even just the randomness of existence, and why is it that I am the one that is safe? And why is it I'm the one that's safe and I'm the one that has this money, but this is the guy who is not safe that's reaching out to me to check in on me, to say hello to me, to let me know what's going on, and I haven't hit him back. What does that say about me as a person? That's what I feel like is part of this story, part of this song that J. Cole's trying to share here. And this person that died of AIDS, some say it was acquired immune deficiency syndrome. We've been known what team he acknowledged since we was kids. He lived in a closet, but that changed soon as he went to college. Up there wilding in the A&T, running with the fruity types, dick in the booty types, tight pants, switching their hips, painting their nails. So people from the Ville had to distance ourselves. He felt away. Remember, he was beefing. This is all annotated. I wonder if this is about a specific person. Here's the annotation. Cole recounts a story about his late friend Quay and apologizes, acknowledging the hurt he might have caused by discriminating against him and distancing himself because of the fact he was gay. Cole goes on to hint that he and his friends would call Quay the F slang, or F slur, not slang, slur, but catches himself saying it would be wrong, of course. Cole freely said the same word on Ville, the opening track from his second album, Born Sinner. So that's kind of interesting. And you know what? That annotation makes me think about, I wonder if really this person, this character is like his own J. Cole, like from the past. I don't know. I'm not going to worry too much about that. It feels complicated. Times changed. I know that's wrong. Now that we've grown, I wish I could apologize because we did him wrong. Why I feel recently people ain't living as long. Rest in peace to your boy Filthy. I heard about that too last summer. A lot of brothers that got murdered out of the blue. Shit was wild. But anyhow, just reaching out. That's wild. You know, it's wild talking about all these people dying and just, well, anyway. Good song. Really enjoyed J. Cole's flow. Really enjoyed like that. Just good, solid foundation based or beat, the drum beat. Just a good core, like solid drum beat to rap on top of. Let's keep going. Blabbing a little bit. Oh, we got Future. Oh, this is going to be track 4. It's Run a Train. It's featuring Future per Genius. All the features are hidden on the Spotify side. J. Cole, Mario Luciano, and cannot pronounce that name. I'll just call him Yoon. Track 4, Run a Train. Here we go.
Fuck do you know about my passion? Fuck do you know about my pain? Fuck do you know about my struggle? Fuck do you know about your main?
They say the Lord's timing is divine, and I walk with him, so that explains mine. Cold deep down, you may find all that pain creates a strange bond. Slums connected like the drums in a bass line. Vietnam, you my heart, but at the same time, if I'm being honest, I can feel that flame dying. So I'm riding through the city streets, reaching for a memory to hang on. Going backwards like a penalty to see a younger me, but that day's gone.
I love this pre-chorus. I love this.
How high can Jermaine climb? Remember when they ain't respond when you hollering? Funny how a few dollars can change mine.
Fuck do you know about my passion?
I love this like bass hit sustain. It's like it hits and then rumbles.
Fuck do you know about your main?
Don't wanna RIP, but if I leave, no God to lift me. I'd rather sit inside a Bentley
Love
and be the
production.
owner like providing kidneys. I know the love does not extend deep. I choose my homies wisely, seen too many die from friends beef. Big dreams to change the world back when I ride a 10-speed. Youthful delusion, thinking through music I could end grief. When too many bodies get piled up in these rivals' histories. So stopping this violence is like bringing the guys a strip piece.
Fucking A.
So
Is there one more verse? Okay, no. We'll let it finish then. I want to go through the lyrics really bad. We're going to go through a lot of lyrics on this one, but I want to see if there's another verse.
riding through the city streets, reaching for a memory to hang on.
This might be my favorite so
Going
far.
backwards like a
Run a
penalty
Train.
to see a younger me, but that day's
It's got a great
gone.
vibe. Great vibe on it.
Wild times looking up at cloud 9. How high can Jermaine climb? Remember when they ain't respond when you hollering? Funny how a few dollars can change mine.
Fuck do you know about my passion? Fuck do you know about my pain? Fuck do you know about my struggle? Fuck do you know about your main?
Interesting, man. I like that one. I like that one a lot. There's a good melancholy, kind of just sadness, this kind of cloudy sky, wet towel type of feeling in the song and the production. Let's go through the lyrics, man. Let's go through the lyrics. They say the Lord's timing is divine, and I walk with him, so that explains mine. Cole, deep down you may find all that pain creates a strange bond. Slums connected like the drums in a bass line. Petrified of death and poverty, I chase mine. Like breathalyzer tests, I'm trying to walk a straight line, meditating for a better state in my deranged mind. Till I saw the Buddha pose and realized he's throwing gang signs. I like that. I like that. I guess the lesson is you can't escape crime. Even when the strays flying, I remain calm. Vietnam, you're my heart. But at the same time, if I'm being honest, I can feel that flame dying. Now, recall that this comes right after Safety, that whole song where, at the end, he gets in the car like he's checking his voicemails. And in that song, it's this guy hitting him up. Hey, get back to me. And he hasn't gotten back to him. And I feel like that's the answer right there. If you want to go home, you want to go home. Everybody wants to go home. First of all, it's nice to just have a place to call home, to want to go back to begin with, right? Something I struggle with. That's what's nice about this place, is this is really home for me. I've lived in a lot of places, but this kind of really just feels like home in a sense. It's too bad because I don't really have any strong feelings for the town. I like everything inside of these walls, everything outside the walls I don't really give a fuck about. So it'd be nice to just take this and put it somewhere else. But anyway. But I mean, imagine you want to go home. You want to see your friends. You want to let's kind of reminisce and get together and talk about this and talk about that. But then when you hear about everything that's fucking going on out there and it's just not any different and it's not getting better and it's just the same shit. As much as you love that home, if I'm being honest, I can feel that flame dying. Man, I don't want to fucking go back there. It's just like a graveyard, It's a graveyard almost. This pre-chorus is beautiful. Love the production. Love his vocals as he's going through it. I'm riding through the streets, reaching for a memory to hang on. Going backwards like a penalty. Great, I like that a lot. To see a younger me, but that day's gone. Wild times, looking up at cloud nine, how high can Jermaine climb? Thinking back to the days of, trying to ascend, trying to make it, and just kind of reflecting on that. Remember when they ain't respond when you holler, how funny how a few dollars change minds. All of a sudden, now they want to talk to me. Now they want to holler back. Now they want to say something because I got some money, I got some fame, I got clout and all that other shit, which was in 2-6, right? People chasing clout. That was something he said. That could be another thing too, that section right there, how a few dollars can change. Maybe the person in Safety who's hitting them up and just being friendly and letting them know about this, that, and the other, and if you can come by, that'd be great and all that. Maybe that's a person who never did used to hit him up before. And now all of a sudden, because I'm J. Cole, who knows? Just something to think about. And this future feature, it's kind of hard to say. The fuck do you know about my passion, my pain, my struggle, Jermaine? Yeah. That's one thing that's so odd about the internet and opinions on the internet, and people just say some shit. It's like you don't know anything about that person, their life, what they're going through, what they're dealing with, what it's like. You don't know anything about it. And not that people can't say shit. I mean, people just say shit. But I always wonder, where does that compulsion come from? Aside from just general frustration, there's lots of shit I'll say about people I don't know anything about because I don't fucking like them. So I will openly embrace my hypocrisy in this situation. Because it's like, man, you just seem like a fucking terrible person. So fuck you. Right? That's what it seems like. But in the context of this framing, this setting, I got a cat here in my eye or something here. People that do know you, that's what this chorus, the fuck do you know about my passion, my pain, my struggle, about me. This really is within the context of people who do know him, at least on a personal level, have met with him, have hung out with him, used to be friends, whatever. So I think that's probably the baseline of the perspective from this song. And then obviously internet and all that other shit can apply pretty easily. But let's go through the second verse. Since I was a pipsqueak, lean on survival instincts on back streets where they're tearing up hearts like them guys in NSYNC, which also Backstreet Boys was another one, right? So Good little rhyming scheme and reference there. Coding in a soda, dirty poppin' plus how the ends meet. When serving rock on deserted blocks, trying to cause a frenzy. To profit quickly, I'm passing by. I'm passing by. My pocket's empty. Trying to make a legal dollar seems harder than guarding Wemby. What's Wemby? I don't know what Wemby is. Guarding Wemby is a very hard task. He's 7'5". Oh, probably a basketball player. Okay. When you're hardly 6 feet tall, if somehow I could ball, I better work hard on my handles because people are gonna try to rip me, like rip me off, I guess, right? Or let's read this because I don't know. I'm guessing. So this is a double entendre playing on basketball and street life. Refers to his ball handling skills, sure, for basketball. Also about handling his business, his weapon, and his money because he knows people are constantly looking for a chance to rob or rip him off. Okay, sure. Don't want to RIP, but if I leave, no God will lift me. I'd rather sit inside a Bentley and be the owner, like providing kidneys. What? Hold on, let's read this. In this bar, Cole says he would rather be the owner of a Bentley. Right, I understand. However, the words the Bentley are manipulated to sound like de-owner. Oh, donor, which ties in the end. Okay, like kidney. Okay, so that's something you can't read to understand. You have to hear it. What the fuck are you talking about kidneys for, bro? I know the love does not extend deep. I choose my homies wisely, seeing too many die from friends' beef. Big dreams to change the world back when I ride at 10 speed. Well, I kind of said that wrong. I put the emphasis on back, but really to just talk about big dreams to change the world back when I ride at 10 speed. So just thinking about, all these things that I wanted to do, change the world, save my friends, save the neighborhood, all that kind of shit. Who knows? Youthful delusion. Thinking through music, I could end grief. So that's an important thing to keep in mind as we go forward with this album. When too many bodies get piled up in these rivals' histories, so stopping this violence is like bringing the Gaza Strip peace. The Gaza Strip is pretty much gone, by the way. I know nobody really talks about that anymore. It's gone. So it's kind of fitting because there's not really anything to talk about. It's gone. It's crazy. Go look it up if you want to really depress yourself this weekend. Just look into the Gaza Strip, recent, and just try and count how many bricks are standing on top of the other because they're not there anymore. Good track. Let's keep going. I know I'm talking a lot. That's okay. I said I was going to do that. This is track 5. It's called Poor Thing. It's almost 5 minutes, which is fine. Not a problem at all. J. Cole, T-Minus, DZL, Omen, and Wu-Ten are producing on track 5, Poor Thing.
Poor thing. Young pups playing war games. He wanted love, but he only made more pain. Poor thing. Young pups playing war games. He wanted love, but he only made more pain. Picture my soul climbing out an infinite hole when niggas die over pride and live for the dough. If I survive, then I'll strive to hit with the flow. Hoping these waves are paid, but the ripples are slow. And I'm conflicted with no digits to show. But fantasies and frivolous hoes gripping this pole. The temperature's low, but you know that ain't stopping little nigga from sliding like the tides on the whip in the snow. Vicious for show, tiptoeing around the abyss with sticks blowing. Piss pole with intentions to glimpse the wrist glowing. Face tense from rent owing. Fist clench when niggas diss, but since knowing lives expire when niggas pride gets high in the vocal range inside the rise vocal chain. My road to fame is ripe with spikes and broken lanes and tolls I can't afford, but I won't complain. He talk like he lied, but I remember him from high school. Man, deep down inside, know he a bitch, I wanna hurt him. I know that's my pride, I carry it just like a burden. When egos is flared, beware, that's when they close your curtain. 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 Probably my fate. Come get your issue. No one gets sprayed. When all you lose, let the fight another day. If I take a L, I won't feel no way.
I'm gonna pause there. God, there's gonna be a lot to go through. Oh my God. There's a lot to go through. I'm not familiar with this Boozy Badass song. 2006, Set It Off. Lil Boozy's popular song. I want to go through verse 1 though. Picture my soul climbing out of infinite holes where people die over pride and live for the dough. You're dying over pride. He touches on pride and ego a bit on this one, and it is interesting how the ego is such a sensitive, whiny little thing. And I don't mean other people's egos. I mean ego. We all have an ego. It's mine. Every now and then mine flares up, and I'm just like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Why are you so whiny? Why are you so sensitive? Why are you letting these tiny trivial things get you so stirred up? Ego. Why? And something about the ego that I've found interesting and I've kind of learned is that I feel like sometimes people think you have to destroy the ego. You don't. You can't destroy the ego. It doesn't go away. But you almost have to treat it like your own inner child. Like you just, hey, a 2.5-year-old that's just throwing a tantrum because the Rice Krispie treat is on the table and I can't reach it or something. Like just the most stupid shit. Why are you so upset? Stop crying. Calm down. It's going to be fine. But the ego just gets so mad. So mad. And pride is the ego like really inflamed. You can't say anything bad to me. No. I'm too important. I'm too special. That's all ego. That is all ego. And it's funny how when you recognize that and you tell the ego, just sit down. Shut up. Stop talking. Stop thinking. Stop worrying about things. All of a sudden, these things that are offensive and upsetting, they just fucking like water off a duck's back. It ain't shit because it ain't shit. We make it shit. Our ego just like sticky tape just fucking absorbs all these insecure, trivial, meaningless things and gets all upset about it. When it just don't mean shit. Somebody said something. That's nice. I'll be over there living my life. Anyway, sorry. Big old tangent there. If I survive, then I strive to hit with the flow, hoping these waves will pave, but the ripples is slow. I like that line a lot. Paving the way, making waves, making a splash on the sea, making waves, and then paving the way, but the ripples in the water, my waves are actually just kind of ripples, and they're not really doing much. That was a good wordplay on that one. I like that. I'm conflicted with no digits to show. But fantasies of frivolous hoes gripping this pole, the temperature's low. But that ain't stopping little people sliding like the tires on the whip in the snow. This is for sure. I'm tiptoeing around the abyss with sticks blowing. Piss poor with intentions to glimpse. The wrist glowing, face tits for rent, owing. Okay. Fist clench when people diss. But since knowing lives expire when people's pride gets higher than the vocal range inside. But rise vocal chain. So the pride rises higher than the vocal range. Like I can't yell anymore. I can't be any more mad. And so now I have to clench my fist. But what's the rise vocal chain? I don't know. This is a long one. I'm not going to read this out loud. It's a long one. There's a lot there. But just think about that. Lives expire when pride gets higher than the vocal range. So I'm yelling. We're going at it. We're yelling. And I can only yell this loud. But now, what's happened? I'm more upset than I can yell out. So now we got to fight. And now, since we're fighting, now someone's going to get killed over pride, ego. The road to fame is right with spikes and broken lanes and tolls I can't afford, but I won't complain. I know the more I struggle is the more I gain. Post-traumatic stress on an immature brain. Leaves another corpse, young pup playing war games. Now he's handcuffed, old lady saying, poor thing. Playing war games, young pup playing war. Let's go to verse 2. God, this is going to be a long video. We're on track 5 and it's been 50 minutes, which is fine, but it's just funny. I'm glad I'm doing this in 2 parts. I have to. Here goes a song that gives a shit off. Put my stun on. This person back home been talking slick and I done heard him. You get your name going, people like that gonna throw their dirt on them, make you some calls. People act like people are gonna act like you ain't earn them. I don't understand that part. Oh, this is all annotated. He's talking like he's lying, but I remember from high school, deep down inside, he's a bitch. I want to hurt him. I know that's my pride. I carry it just like a burden. When egos is flaring, beware, that's when they close the curtain. And then, of course, you get the gunshot sounds and stuff like that. So it's really, really pushing on ego here. Let's keep going. I know we're only halfway through the fucking song. Let's keep going. Actually, let me back it up about 10 seconds, too.
You can't hide it with tattoos on your physique, punk bitch. And that lingo you added, that how you speak, punk bitch. And you grew up with both your parents to teach, punk bitch. So how the fuck all of a sudden you turning G, punk bitch? You a slave to the peer pressure, you weak, punk bitch. You ain't claiming no real section, your street wasn't lit. Man, your shit look like mine with hella tree trunk, bitch. Move the Forest Hill Drive and it was peace for a bit. Till domestic turned violent, then the key just switched. In the back of my mind, I gotta be something, bitch. That's when I started rhyming and making beats, something, bitch. Way before you was lying about touch a key, some bitch. Pull out no pistol, run me my fade. Come get your issue, no one gets sprayed. Win or you lose, let the fight another day. And if I take a L, I won't feel no way. Cause I've been through worse of things.
Because I've been through lots of things.
Hey, what's up? What's up? How you been?
Oh, I get it. He's practicing what to say. He's practicing.
The person you're trying to reach.
So, I'm starting to think he's talking to himself. I think he's doing both. I think he's, especially verse 3. Let's go through verse 3 and I'll hopefully I will remember the point I'm trying to make. This bald brain doesn't, I forget my point sometimes. Let's go through verse 3. Plenty of nights a person didn't eat, punk bitch, punk bitch. That's at the end, right? And he's kind of saying this thing over and over, punk bitch, right? Rent owed, damn near was on the street, weren't no Western Union, so you were not needed. All of a sudden, I'm buzzing. Oh, now it's beef, gonna pop off, get fucked by your mystique. I knew you way before you was active street, starting rolling with people that was packing heat. You're more like them. You're more like me than them. You're still a geek. You can't hide it with tattoos in your physique and that lingo you added to how you speak. You grew up with both your parents to teach. So how the fuck all of a sudden you turn in G? You're a slave to the peer pressure. You're weak. You ain't claiming no real section. Your street weren't lit. Your shit looked like mine with hella tree trunks. Moved to Forest Hill and it was peace for a bit. Now this is where I feel like he's talking to himself. I don't know this for sure, so I'm not a J. Cole expert. I don't know his life. I don't know his history, okay? But it just sounds like in a song where he's really talking about ego, pride, all that kind of shit, and he's saying this thing over and over, punk bitch, punk bitch, punk bitch. This is an attack. This is both an acknowledgement and an attack on ego and what the ego causes people to do. And I feel like he's calling himself a punk bitch for kind of doing all these things, trying to go tough, kind of go street. But then, move to Forest Hill Drive, and it was peace for a bit. Till domestic turned violent, then a key just switched. In the back of my mind, I gotta be something. That's when I started rhyming and making beats, way before you was lying about touching keys. Heard you saying it ain't real, that's your belief. I'm back in the Ville so we can see. So now this is where I wonder too, if I'm just wrong about him talking to himself. Because now, especially with this outro where he's making this phone call, like he's trying to call up this other person from track 3, Safety. And they don't answer. It gets forwarded to voicemail. But I also kind of feel like, I don't know which, I think, I want to say it's both, but I don't think it is both. Sorry, I'm all burpy because I'm drinking Dr. Pepper while I watch. I think there's like a parallel. It's both. It's like you can see yourself in others sometimes. That's another thing. It's not so much ego, but like the shadow self. And I won't get too much into that. But like some of the things that you see in other people that really piss you off. Maybe you're not aware. Maybe you are aware. But usually the things that other people do that really upset you are the things that you do that you don't like about yourself. That's fairly common. So I'm really kind of sitting in this space of someone who's looking back on their life, looking at hip hop, looking at being a role model to a younger generation, looking at being a safety for friends from the neighborhood, looking at how I acted when I was a kid, how I feel about those things now, how I treated people, how they treat me now, just all of that shit. This is a retirement album. He's going all out. And I feel like that's part of the story that's being told. It's this parallel of he sees himself in these people, in his friends, in his community, in his neighborhood, in his industry. And he's trying to call them out, and he's trying to call himself out, in my opinion. In my opinion. And on first listen, and I don't know shit about J. Cole's life. So it's all pretty thin, right? But it's just something to consider. And I hope anybody if you're really here just watching this from beginning to end and you're listening to this part right now, I hope that you guys understand that I try to throw things out there so that you guys, the ones that are actually experts, like Dissect Podcast, like there's a little lady in the background, then you can do what you do so well, which is really get into it because you are the experts. And maybe some of these concepts I'm talking about, maybe it kind of like, kicks on the old light bulb for you. And you can get further into telling the story more accurately than I am. And then two, I love the name of the song, Poor Thing. And of course, he references the person getting put in handcuffs and the old lady says, poor thing. But that's kind of what I say to myself. Oh, you poor thing. Oh, poor ego. Did something not go your way? Oh, you poor thing. Oh, were you inconvenienced today? You poor thing. Or did something make you unhappy? Oh, you poor thing. You poor ego. Oh, today wasn't absolutely perfect for you. Oh, you had to struggle a little bit. You had to try harder than you wanted to. Poor thing. That's what I say to myself. My ego. This thing that just always wants life to be perfect and everything goes my way and I never have to try that hard and nothing goes wrong, which is completely unrealistic. It's so unrealistic. Let's keep going. Legacy is the next song. It's track 6. J. Cole, T-Mon-S, Hollywood JB, almost said BJ. That's a different person. Very different person. They're producing on track 6, Legacy. Oh, oops. So I've been doing this thing now where I press the check mark instead of press play. And like dumb. Well, here we go. Here we're actually playing it.
I know you got a lot of demons clogging up your past. I can do some cleaning up for you, but I know we won't last past the winter time. Cause summer's coming and a nigga trying to hit a dime or two. But come next fall, I'm finding you and we can do it all again. My niggas call it legacy. A fear that the best days I've had are not ahead of me. And cause of that, I'm searching for the one that got away from me. So busy looking back that I can't see what God has made for me.
Ooh, that's a great fucking line.
Texting you.
That's a great line. We're coming back to that one right there.
Commitment issues, I can't even decide what's for dinner. Pardon these selfish flows, I need a Yelp for hoes. I need to read reviews, cause some of the evil that I seen you do is unbelievable. Menopause shit, inconceivable. Tennis ball shit, causing that racket outside my mama house. What's it all about? Guess it's a thin line between love and hate. The love we make is temporary, like this lovely place I'm living in. Wait, that's contemporary, never mind, I'm tripping in. But then again, it's hard to settle in this modern era. We could be as tight as that dress you barely fitting in. But my fear of missing out has got me on a trip again. Cause I done spent so long playing games and holding back from giving all of me, too scared that I won't get it back. And yes, I'm well aware I rhyme the word back with back, cause that's exactly the direction that I'm tired of looking at. And that's why I be texting you.
Thank you, J. Cole, for acknowledging that. Thank you. Thank you, I appreciate it.
I'm trying to find who got away from
I'll let it finish. We'll play it all the way through and then we'll hit up lyrics.
I'm still texting you.
Just hit me back when you get this. I'll be in town for a little while.
And I be texting you.
Huh.
Call me when you wanna fly, yeah. Tell you all the reasons why, yeah. Youngest turning, oh, yeah. Summer's turning into
Summer's turning into snow.
Memories and lullabies, yeah.
There's been so much time and there's that much more to lose.
So much time and that much more to lose.
We know what's wrong with you. There's been so much time and there's that much more to lose.
Yeah. One of my favorite movies is No Country for Old Men. There's a scene at the end. One character's talking to another who's a retired sheriff, and he asks him, that boy that did that and the other, he died in prison. What would you have done if they'd let him out, if he'd gotten out? And the guy asks, he's like, I don't know, nothing, I guess. You spend so much time trying to get back, you just lose, more is just going out the window, right? Like, you try and chase the things that you're losing, and you just keep losing more shit. So I love that line. It's been so much time, and there's that much more to lose. You gotta let it go. You can't spend your life looking back. And what was this line earlier, man? It was early in the song. Fuck. Or was it in a different song? It was something about, I don't want to, my best days aren't in front of me or something like that. I don't know. Roll around, hit the cars. Let's go to verse 1 here. I know you got a lot of demons clogging up your past. I can do some cleaning up for you, but I know we won't last. So I think this is, initially I was like, I'm not sure what this is about, but I'll just take it at surface level of kind of a lost flame, a lost love, the one that got away, like he's saying. Past the winter time, because summer's coming, person's trying to hit a dime or two, but come next fall, I'm finding you, we can do it all again. We call it legacy. So this summer, fall, winter, all that kind of a thing. There's a song I really like by Pussifer. It's called Autumn. If you check it out before you listen, understand it's a slower song. But the whole song's about getting old. Stay the winter for one more day. Leave me to my child's play. I just want to keep, I don't want to get old yet. I don't want to get to the winter of my life, the end of my life where it's cold and dead. That's the winter. So when you think of fall, the summer is your youth and your vibrance and your fun, and you got all your energy and your strength. Obviously the spring is when you're a kid and you're growing up. Then the fall is when you're kind of getting a little older. And then here comes the winter. Stay the winter for one more day. So I keep that in mind when he's talking about past the winter time, because summer's coming. We're past the winter time. Summer's coming. But come next fall, I'm finding you. We can do it all again. So I'm going to play around. But when it gets time for me to get a little older and settle down, I want to find you specifically. I'll be texting you. I'm trying to find the one who got away. This is it. Oh, no. This isn't the line I was thinking of, but this is another great line. This is one I really enjoy. So busy looking back that I can't see what God has made for me. That's a good line. That's something that I have been very fortunate with in my own life, is that, especially being physically active is so important, because I don't feel like I'm at a point where, oh shit, I'm going downhill. Like if I don't put in the effort, yeah, I'll go downhill. But I can go jog 6 miles. I ride a motorcycle pretty fucking well. I can lift weights. I do a lot of physical work at work. I'm fine. I can fully squat. I'll just squat down while I'm working. And people are like, how the fuck do you do that? Doesn't that blow your knees out? No, I feel fine. So I feel very fortunate in a physical standpoint that my body is still very active and usable to do all the things that I want to do. We went skiing last weekend. Felt great. Obviously, there's a lot of different aspects of looking back, and if your best days are behind you, that can be a financial thing, it can be an emotional thing. There's a lot of different avenues there, but physicality is something you can control. So control it. Take charge. This is your vessel. Let it be as strong as it can be. Let's go to verse 2. Commitment issues. I can't even decide what's for dinner. Sure. So commitment would be difficult. Sure. Pardon these selfish flows. I needed Yelp for hoes. I needed to read reviews because some of the evil I see you do is unbelievable. I don't even want to know what this tennis ball thing is. I don't want to know about that. Guess it's a thin line between love and hate. The love we make is temporary. This place is lovely. I'm living in. Wait, that's contemporary. Never mind. I'm tripping in. But then again, it's hard to settle in this modern era. We could be as tight as that dress you're barely fitting in, but my fear of missing out has got me on a trip again. Right up to the A-Town tour bus, no Greyhound. My lust is profound. Your trust just pray sound. Your heart don't glue back quite right. My heart is too black, like white flight that pushed them people to the suburbs. Now they want their city back. So they raise the rent and the property tax. Why I feel like in a few years, I'll relate to that. So he knows he's not getting this girl back. He broke her heart. He was too lustful. He was out screwing around. He's not getting her back. Because I had spent so long playing games and holding back from giving all of me, too scared that I won't get it back. And yes, I'm well aware I rhymed the word back with back. Still texting you. Call me when you want to fly. Tell you all the reasons why. Youngins turning old. Summer's turning into snow. So youngins turning old. Summer's turning into snow. We're getting older. I want to settle down. He knows whoever this person is about. He knows this is a proper person that you can settle with, live your life with, trust, be with. You're the one I want to hold. Even back then, we knew what road to choose. It's been so much time, and there's that much more to lose. So I wonder, yeah, it's interesting, man. I feel like that one's pretty straightforward. It really is just the one who got away. But isn't he like, I thought J. Cole was married and had kids and all that shit. I guess it doesn't have to be like specifically about him. But maybe at that point in his life, I don't know. Interesting. Good song. Let's keep going. How are we doing on time? 1 hour 10 to get through 6 songs. I think that's a new record, 1 hour 10 for 6 songs. What is that? 70 minutes? So we're averaging what? Like 11 minutes a song, except 12 minutes a song. Anyway, that's fun. I'm having fun. This is 7. It's called Bunce Road Blues. Future and Thames, who I know. I did a reaction to Thames' album. That's good. And The Alchemist is producing. So I know all of these people. Look at me. Give myself a gold star today. Here's 7. Bunce Road Blues.
All of y'all niggas is pussy. You shoot at the ops and run from the cops. And I don't get it. I ain't suggesting you fire your weapon at 12, but hell, why in the fuck do we fail? The niggas that's looking like us that deserve to be killed. Meanwhile, Capitol Hill been making it easy for them to go stuff us themselves. I ain't no preacher for real. I just like to cut on the mic and start letting it spill. And I've been leaving a trail. You play on my albums and find you a letter reveal. Wasn't too long ago that I was over here at 71st Middle. Had my very first little girlfriend that'll let me
Had my very first little.
Back then it was considerable, enough to avoid the ridicule, but come another year or two. Boy, you better be fucking on something my mama ain't never even give me no rubbers. Papa was gone, how to put Trojan on was something I had to discover all on my own. Y'all know the song, I probably been singing this shit.
Y'all know the song.
Pardon me if I've been sounding like some broken record. I come from the brokers at home.
That's good. I do know the song. I forget the name of it, but I know what it was.
The pistols go pop, bodies drop. They got the block. It's the police, we ain't seen nothing. I just roll up my weed and get the puffin'. And lay back in my seat, oh yes, I'm numb again.
Enjoying the production. That's something I haven't really talked about so far in the album. Is I've been enjoying the production. It's just been a good production, good foundation for J. Cole to rap on, tell his stories on. Good stuff. Let's finish it. We're only halfway through, but we'll finish it and then we'll go through the lyrics. I feel like my thoughts are more they coalesce better when I have the whole song done rather than trying to talk in the middle. But I do like to pause in the middle because I have to break it up. Otherwise, when I edit, I have to pull a certain amount of music out. And anyway, what the fuck ever. Let's keep going.
Finding you lose when you choose to neglect the roots that we grew to protect us. The sun has been blinding lately. One day you find where your lights down. You always were a bright star to me, even the times the world didn't say so. Yeah, I'm steady, but love might be gone when you're ready. I should move on and be happy, but I don't want to leave you alone. Love is a mountain climb for you. Thought you were
I like this one too.
I could pull you. Scared I wouldn't grasp for long, but my hold is strong for you. Have mercy, it's broken. I'm handcuffed, I'm roped in. I'm handcuffed, I'm roped in. I'm handcuffed, I'm roped in.
I feel like this is a continuation from Legacy. Yeah, it's a continuation from Legacy. I'm going to take a quick break. I got to go to the bathroom, and then we'll talk lyrics. I suppose I didn't have to tell you guys that, because I could have just edited it, and you would have never known I was gone. There you go. Okay, well, I've magically reappeared after some successful editing, and I've got a hoodie on now, which is nice, because I was getting a little chilly. Bunce Road Blues feels like a continuation from Legacy. So we've got a couple themes so far in this first portion of the album. This friend that called that J. Cole didn't respond to, but then when he did, got sent to voicemail. Now we've got this one that got away. And this verse 3 with Thames and J. Cole is really, really quite good. Let's go through it. Actually, let's touch on verse 1. All you people are pussy. You shoot at the ops and run from the cops. I don't get it. I ain't suggesting you fire your weapon at 12, but hell, why in the fuck do we feel that people looking like us deserve to be killed? Meanwhile, Capitol Hill be making it easy for them to go stuff us in cells. I ain't no preacher for real. I just like to cut on the mic and start letting it spill, and I've been leaving a trail. You play all my albums, and I find you a letter revealed. This is a suicide note. Come here. Look what I wrote. I'm about to kill myself. Fuck J. Cole. I don't even want this role. I want to rebuild myself. Tuck my pole into the driver's seat. Don't try to reach. I'll bust a hole in your frontal lobe. That's a lobotomy. 2 months ago, I was on Bunce Road. Person done spotted me. Said, "What's up, Cole? I love you, bro." Well, he says "bo," not "bro." But anyway, he said he proud of me, and that touched my soul. Wasn't too long ago that I was over here at 71st Middle. Had my first very little girlfriend that'll let me get a feel or two. But then it was considerable, or back then it was considerable. You know, the whole thing about shooting ops and not the police. All this shit with fucking ICE lately, dude. I don't really want to get into that because like it's just so fucking awful. But all I really want to say is my just concern is like I feel like it's just gonna get worse before it gets better. Anyway, let's jump into this verse with Thames and J. Cole. This because it feels like very much so that this is the one that got away. So he's thinking about this girl, he's texting her, and much like kind of some thoughts toward this person that called him up and then he finally got back to him and sent a voicemail. It feels like this is something that they were talking about with each other. Finding you lose when you choose to neglect the roots that we grew to protect us. The sun has been blinding lately. One day you find when your light's out, you were always a bright star to me. That I don't really understand. Let's click on that annotation. This is a reference to how every artist falls off from being a bright star to having their light shut off. Oh, I get it. Okay. One day when you find your lights out, as in you're no longer considered a superstar, you're not famous anymore. One day when you find out you're just a normal person, you don't have the shine of being a star, that's when you discover, I always loved you, worshipped you, you were always a star to me. So that makes sense. Thank you for the annotation. I apologize to the person who wrote it for my poor brain taking so long to get it. Good annotation. Yes, that makes sense. Even at times the world didn't say so. 1 a.m, if the walls where you once talked, would they fess up? I'm scared of the tales they'll tell us. Much better if I ignore. Then J. Cole, will you be around when I'm ready? I'd rather you go and be happy, but I don't want to leave you alone. And then her, yeah, I'm steady, but love might be gone when you're ready. I should move on and be happy, but I want to leave you alone. Love is a mountain climb for you, throw you a line, I could pull you, scared I wouldn't grasp for long. But my holding strong for you, how many ways must I profess? Gone straight to your head, die for me, how can I let you go? So, yeah, this very much feels like the one that got away, the song that was referenced in Legacy. Let's keep going. This is going to be track 8. Who the Fuck Is You? J. Cole, T-, and Vinyls. Before we jump into it, though, like, just trying to kind of keep a high view of the story being told. From the first half of the album, the 29-year-old perspective. We've got the phone call from the person hitting you up, letting you know this is happening. Didn't really get back to him. Poor Thing, where it seems to be kind of calling out the ego a little bit. Legacy, the love that got away, and now we're rolling to this. So that's just a very quick summary. Here we go. Let's drop into 8. Who the fuck is you?
Ring, ring. Who the fuck is that? It's a unknown number, so you know what niggas at.
Okay. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Oh.
Apparently this is a reference from another song.
Who the fuck is you? 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 Out the way, it's a real nigga coming through. Out the way, it's a real nigga coming through. What it is, ho? 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 Come view the style of the unibrow Unabomber, who maneuver through the drama with the suit of armor. Moving calmer than the Buddha, ducking funeral parlors. First the hootin' hollering, and then the shooting startup. Cue the saga, the root of order. Evil ain't the paper with the ego, but what people would do for dollars. Let off a troop of hollows from German Rugers, they use to do the honors. Congruent with shit that I do to rhymers. On Deuteronomy, ain't shit niggas can do but honor me. What I'm quoting is God's scope to come through the pot of me.
That was pretty good.
By graveyards and destitute economies, full of thug bones for refusing to move in harmony.
That's a good line,
Drug
too.
trafficking, slugs blasting, we move accordingly. Who the fuck is you? 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 Out the way, it's a real nigga coming through. Out the way, it's a real nigga coming through.
So the reason why I go, and then cross my arms is because I'm trying to figure out what this means in this story. What I'm trying to figure out, what is J. Cole telling me right now? Who the fuck is you? Let's finish the song. It's 4.5 minutes. Well, we're only a minute and a half in. Let's go through the first verse then, since we still got a lot of music. Come view the style of the unibrowed Unabomber. Is that him? Yeah, okay, I thought so. All right. Who maneuvered through the drama with a suit of armor, moving calmer than the Buddha, ducking funeral parlors. So he's ducking death. But this is kind of interesting. Ducking funeral parlors. To me, I feel like that's a direct just wordplay on, ducking death. But he also did not go to that funeral. The guy called him about, hey, the viewing's on Thursday, the funeral's on Friday, however you get here, just be safe. So there could be two meanings there. Moving calmer than the moon, but ducking funeral parlor, that could be almost like a admission of guilt. Like I was gone, maybe. Just throwing that out there. First the hoot and holler, and then the shoot and startup. Cue the saga. I love how he did this. The root of all the evil ain't the paper with the eagle, money, obviously, but with what people would do for dollars. And I think that's is actually the saying. The root of all evil is the love of money. Not so much money. It's not money itself specifically, but the love of money. Let off a troop of hollows from German Rugers that used to do the honors, congruent with the shit I do the rhymes. Congruent with the shit that I do to rhymers. On Deuteronomy, ain't shit people can do to honor me, do but honor me. So on the Bible, right? So I swear, basically, which is a very clever way of getting to that point across. What I'm quoting is God's scope, and come view the pottery, ablaze by graveyards and destitute economies full of thug bones for refusing to move in harmony. God damn it. What's the name of the group? Thugs in Harmony? Thugs in Harmony? I can't remember. Bone Thugs in Harmony. Fuck's sake. Where was I throwing the E? I think the album has that E in there, right? I don't know. I'm gonna throw out I'm sick excuse. There we go. I'm sick. My head's messed up. It's not because I'm stupid. It's because I'm stupid. Drug trafficking, slugs blasted, we move accordingly and run faster than blood travels through human arteries. We know exactly what it means when people show 9s, 22s, 45s. We're stuttering numerology, which is kind of a tie into Deuteronomy. But then you got this, this what it is, who the fuck is you? And I feel like who the fuck is you? Who the fuck is you? I feel like it's him asking him, who am I? Maybe. But so let's throw that concept out there. Let's keep listening.
Was walking with my Walkman one day when I heard a blast loud enough to shatter the earth in the thirds like gas. Hard ass, and my legs got to turning fast. Straight past the victim, he hobbling, hurting bad. Heard way back he slick, tried to take half a brick. They say payback's a bitch, and I guess he incurred a tab. Which likely means soon you'll be singing familiar tunes in interrogation rooms, getting questioned by Zane Lowe. Who the fuck is you? Who the fuck is you? Who the fuck? Yeah, you know who put the city on? Came back through Rogo, they Peter show I'm really on. Get rich or die trying, I had 50 on. Bitches ringing out my phone like, is you really home? I stay out the way since I done seen a million. 5% tension, plus I got this hoodie on. I had to hubble up, stop moving with that jury on. You hear that baritone, this shit get deep as Gibby on. I'm a sidewalk, nigga, I'ma stay there. I leave the streets for the ones that wanna play there. I done leveled up so shawty wanna date chair. Left my kids in her mouth like a daycare. I'm the Carolina now with no Shakespeare. All that cap you let them niggas rap is over with. The real is back, you feel a way, you gotta cope with it. Out the way, severe niggas coming through. Who the fuck is you? 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 Out the way, it's a real nigga coming through. Out the way, it's a real nigga.
So at first I kind of wasn't into that song, but then when it flipped the beat and got to the second half, I liked it. So it's not him asking, himself, who the fuck is you? I learned the hardest person can always get hit. The hardest person can always get hit. Now, I think there's a couple layers happening here. One is in the direct lyrics of this song, where no, I'm not going to walk around with the fucking diamonds and no rollie on my wrist and, I'm not going to have fucking dollars in my pockets because I can still get fucking robbed. Like walking around like that is fucking stupid. I can still get robbed. People know who I am. The hardest person can still get hit. The most famous person can still get hit, get robbed. We see that shit. It happens all the time. We hear fucking stories about it and stuff. So there's that. But then think about this idea of, okay, so he's dressed down, right? He even says that shit, right? He says what? Fucking, he's got like his sweatpants on or some shit. God damn it, where was it? I got this hoodie on. I stay out the way since I done seen a million. 5% tense, plus I got this hoodie on. Like I'm trying to nobody knows who the fuck I am. I should use this for the thumbnail. There we go. Now, will I remember? I don't know. Probably not. What song is this? Who the fuck it is? I'm just thinking about the thumbnail. I stay out the way since I've done seen a million. 5% tense. I got this hoodie on. I had to humble up. Stop moving with that jewelry on. You hear that baritone tone? That shit deep as Giveon. What's Giveon? I don't know what Giveon is. I don't know. It's a singer. Okay. Anyway, sidewalk. I stay there. I leave the streets for the ones that want to play there. So it's like, no, I'm not going to walk around and flash my shit. Everyone knows who I am. Everyone knows I have money. If I flash my shit, I'm going to get fucking robbed. Okay? So there's that. But we also have to go back to run a train. Poor thing. The idea of covering up my ego, covering up my insecurities, covering up my fears. Punk bitch. I got to put on all this shit to look tough, to ramp up my pride, to show off, right? And he's not doing that. So that's what you get into out the way. A real person's coming through. Who the fuck are you? Who are you all dressed down? You ain't got no shit on. You got your fucking hoodie on and you got no jewelry. Like, who the fuck are you? I'm a real person. I think that's what he's saying here. I think that's the message that he's trying to get across. You don't need all that shit to be a fucking person. You don't have to cover up. To me, really, I think it's the opposite. The more I cover up, the more I put on, and the more I show off, the more you're actually covering up who you are. Now, I was going to rant about somebody, and I'm not going to because they're not worth my ranting time. But it's somebody who's prominent on the internet that's a total fucking douchebag. And no, it's just not worth my time. It is odd to me, though. I mean, there's a difference between style, fashion, what you like to wear. You know, like, I don't understand the rings, right? I wear these rings, obviously the wedding ring, but like the thumb ring. When I got a thumb ring, I wanted one for years. I wanted to wear a thumb ring for years, and I just never could figure out what the fuck is this about. And then I finally got one out in New Mexico. I remember my first thumb ring was out in New Mexico, out by Taos, Red River, I think it's called. It was this little, local jewelry shop, and it was made by the fucking whoever people. And okay, great. And I put it on, and I was just like, oh my God, I feel so happy. And I actually met a girl the other day. She was coming out. It was my wife when she was getting her radiation treatment. It was the clinic, the radiation place. And this girl was there, and she just fucking had every finger. Let me get on my rings. It was just like this. Just like every fucking finger was just loaded up. It's like metal fist, right? MF Doom would have been so fucking proud. She's producing some goddamn beats with the metal fist. Her both hands were just, and I was like, oh my God. I told her, I just want to do that. Like, I don't know why. It doesn't make any sense to me that it's dry, right? And so some people like that. They want tattoos. Some people want piercings. Like, everyone's just got their thing, right? But to me, that is more of like, somehow it just ties into identity. The other shit, where I got to have these things to show off. I got to have these things to make everybody else know how cool I am and how important the things that are done to seek attention and seek validation, that to me those are the things that are to cover up the holes, the insecurities, the punk bitch, the person that's too afraid to actually just be who they are. So they gotta fucking hide it under everything else. Anyway, why was I on that rant? Am I talking about the song still? Is that what I think I'm doing right now? I don't know. Sounds like I'm just old man ranting right now. That's what it sounds like. I caught myself red-handed. Old man ranting. This verse about the fucking person getting shot. Every bar is a part of the murder wrath. Call PETA and people chopping a bird in half. What the fuck is that about? Cole plays on the W of bird. Literally cutting a bird in half would be an act of animal cruelty, hence the PETA. Bird is street slang for a kilogram of cocaine. Oh, okay. Breaking further down to whatever's going to earn the math. Sure, the money, the numbers, yeah. Exchange pounds for dollars and never converted cash. Welcome to the South where they're serving the dirt and the grass. The streets ain't safe. I prefer the deserted path. And then he gets on this story. Was walking with my Walkman one day when I heard a blast loud enough to shatter the earth into thirds. I gasped. Hauled ass and my legs got to turning fast, straight past the victim. He was hobbling, hurting bad. Heard way back he slicked, tried to take a half a brick. They say payback's a bitch. I guess he incurred a tab. While there was mastering scales like they learn in jazz, good wordplay, I was making sure they refer to my first and last name, Jermaine Cole with Hall of Fame flows, from Kane Road with Kane Soul and the Dang Low. Do anything for a bankroll that you can't fold. But riding through the block as detectives in plain clothes, which likely means soon you'll be singing familiar tunes in interrogation rooms getting questioned by Zane Lowe. I don't know who Zane Lowe is. Renowned music interviewer and Apple Music One creative director. Oh. He's known for his in-depth, controversial interviews with top artists rather than traditional interrogations. Oh. Good shit. Let's keep going. I know this is a long one. Hopefully, I don't know. Hopefully you guys are enjoying this. The other thing too is sometimes I get self-conscious. I talk so much. But I remember you guys can just fucking, Blob's fucking blabbing again. Skip. So I don't worry about it too much. Okay, this is track 9, drum and bass. The producer is Yoon, and I'll say Gladdy Jr. Drop it into 9, drum and bass.
Get the fuck up out my face with what you talking about. I got too much on my plate, and I know you can't relate. They show love, but it be fake. Fuck you talking about. Shit be covering up that hate. I know how to spot a snake. Niggas tote that drum and bass. Fuck you talking about. So you better know your place. Stay inside, cause it ain't safe. Bitch, I'm outside with the 8s. Fuck you talking about. Yeah. You hear my words, but got no clue about who I really am. From shark infested waters, phrases like that make me sound harder and more ruthless. But the truth is that I merely swam. Bullets travel straight through the skin like gamma rays in the wind. My greatest of wins came when I annotated my gems. The shit I write so far, I got my hand afraid of my pen. Get the fuck up out my face.
I've got my hand afraid of my pen.
I got too much on my plate, and I know you can't relate. They show love, but it be fake.
Oh my god, dude. That's pretty good.
Covering up that hate.
Fucking Jesus fuck.
Niggas tote that drum and bass. Fuck you talking about. So you better know your place. Stay inside, cause it ain't safe. Bitch, I'm outside with the 8s. Fuck you talking about. But tell me what sense do it make? Coming back when you escape. Quiet as kept. I feel the vibe of the whole city. So tired and stressed from getting fed to steady diet of death. Mothers crying on steps while porch lights shine down on a giant puddle that now forms on the ground, and she wept. And while I feel powerless to change up how it is, a part of me is yelling loud as shit. You ain't trying your best. Too busy selling out arenas and flying on jets. Life on cloud 9, and I can't deny it, I guess. I'm living my dream, my life is my childhood wish. The guilt that comes along with that is the size of the rest of the planet. I pray you get to see it across the Atlantic. For the girl I wanted bad and almost had before the Bentley. But evidently, when you're the greatest rapper of the century, you'll get another shot. The club was starting to get too hot, so I stepped outside for a breather. That very moment I seen her, she had the glow of Aaliyah, while I control my demeanor and said, damn, what's good? How you been? Yeah, that's great. Yo, 1 second, bro. 1 second, I got you. Get the fuck up out my face with what you talking about.
Interesting.
I got too much on my plate, and I know you can't relate. They show love, but it be fake. Fuck you talking about. Shit be covering up that hate. I know how to spot a snake. Niggas tote that drum and bass. Fuck you talking about. So you better know your place. Stay inside, cause it ain't safe. Bitch, I'm outside with the 8s. Fuck you talking about. But tell me what sense do it make? Coming back when you escape.
It's a gun. That's a gun. That's the beginning of the other song, and I don't know why it took me so long to press pause. It's much like if you ever watch me play Battlefield 6, which you can't because I never stream it. But sometimes I just can't shoot the guy because apparently I can't fucking put the mouse on the guy. I go all around him. I could fucking draw a silhouette around him, but I can't shoot him because I just can't put the mouse on him. Like I can't put it on the play button sometimes. So before we dive into all of this, something I'm just trying to remember is it's not so much what the song's about. That's obviously important, but also, in addition to what it's about, what is J. Cole trying to tell me? What part of this, how does this fit into the broader story of the fall off? Something I'm going to say that is going to make me sound dumb, and that's okay, because there are certain things where I don't know what I'm talking about. This is one where I don't know what I'm talking about. This little social interaction that happens in this interlude where he's outside talking to the one that got away. He's trying to talk to her, and this other guy's like, "Hey, let me highlight you for a second, bro. Yeah, oh, hold on, hold on. I'm gonna get you. I got you. I'm gonna talk to her." And then the other guy says, all right. And then he says, "We're gonna see about that." I didn't know how to take that. I didn't know if that was the other person feeling slighted, ignored, blown off, or if, all right, we're gonna see about that, or if that just means, oh, okay, yeah, you're talking to this girl, I'll chill for a minute, right? Now at the end, when he goes to the car and gets the gun, I'm gonna take that as a hint of the other person feeling offended. I don't know. I feel like it's a crazy guess, but usually when people tell me to wait when I'm trying to talk to them, I don't go and get a gun. Usually, most of the time, most of the time, I just either wait or I leave. Usually, I just leave. Drum and bass. Let's go through the lyrics. Here's the chorus. Get the fuck out my face with what you're talking about. I've got too much on my plate. I know you can't relate. They show love, but it be fake. Fuck you talking about. Shit be covering up the hate. I know how to spot a snake. People tote that drum and bass. The fuck you talking about? Let's click this. They tote that drum and bass. Also known as D&B, is a fast-paced electronic music genre. Cole is metaphorically comparing the genre to guns. Okay. Okay, sure. You hear my words, but got no clue about who I really am. From shark-infested waters, phrases like that make me sound harder and more ruthless, but the truth is that I merely swim. I like that. I swam. I'm not trying to make it sound like I'm some fucking hard, smart, tough I just swam. And I think that touches a bit on, there's a lot of things I've been saying, I feel like, during this reaction where it's kind of just a feeling I'm getting. I haven't really been able to, I haven't clearly explained my source, essentially, of why I feel the way that I do. But early on, 2-6 or safety. Yeah, I just talked about a little bit about survivor's guilt. And I feel like that's another hint at survivor's guilt of, I came from shark-infested waters. I survived all of that. But all I did was swim. I just got lucky. The shark didn't fucking eat me. It got that guy instead. I feel like that's another hint at survivor's guilt. I didn't do anything to earn this. I wasn't more clever than the other. I just got fucking lucky. Anyway. Out the Stolo, Simmy's blam willy-nilly over kilograms. People selling rocks like Steely Dan. I like that line. Steely Dan's a classic rock artist. While the world spins like whirlwinds out of control, how does the soul find a thorough cleanse when all of this cold water that flows has been contaminated with sin? Planted in the latest of trends, stranded in this land of the antiquated ways of men. Standard in the state of revenge, seeking a way to defend reputations because the names are actually greater than them. Life is a trip. You can't predict the random way that it ends. Bullets travel straight through the skin like gamma rays in the wind. My greatest of wins came when I annotated my gems. The shit I write, so fire, I got my hand afraid of my pen. I don't know if I want to love that or hate that or both at the same time. It's great, and it's just the cheesiest fucking thing. I can't pick up my pen because my hand's going to get burnt because what I write is so fire. Anyway, we'll allow it. We'll be generous today, won't we, Internet? And we'll allow it. Jesus, man. Let's go to verse 2. Quiet as I kept, I feel the vibe of the whole city, so tired and stressed from getting fed this steady diet of death. Mothers crying on steps while porch lights shine down on a giant puddle that now forms on the ground as she wept. Family surrounding her, providing the best attempt at consoling her. Prayers and words of faith coming out of their breath. turning to the Lord's ironic at a time when these young people so violent, they'll let off at God in the flesh. My mind is a mess, conflicted because the energy is wicked. They need to impress at a high while their guidance is less. Let's click that. Cole is admitting that his own mind feels conflicted. Yeah. The next line, they need to impress at a high while their guidance is less, shows the tension between ambition and a lack of mentorship. Young people feel pressured to prove themselves or achieve status, but they don't have the proper guidance or role models. Yeah. Well said. While I feel powerless to change the power that is, a part of me is yelling loud as shit, you ain't trying your best. And that's got to be tough. It's got to be very tough to be somebody with prominence and with resources and the ability to reach a lot of people all at once and spread a message, share a word, whatever, and feel like I got to do something and maybe I am doing something. But then, I mean, if you haven't dedicated your life to it, it's pretty easy to self-criticize and go, you ain't trying your best, right? So I like that he's sharing this conflict inside. Too busy selling out arenas and flying on jets, life on cloud nine, and I can't deny it, I guess. I'm living my dream. My life is my childhood wish. The guilt that comes along with that is the size of the rest of the planet. I pray you get to see it across the Atlantic. Tonight, I stepped out with my friends and felt the organic nostalgia that arises when I'm with the rest of the bandits. Obsessed with talking about the bitches we sexed till we landed in a spot that always used to pop when we were younger. Shook hands with people I hadn't seen for several Septembers. Gave hugs to the women I only vaguely remembered. The way their fingers caressed my back was giving me signals like, you may enter. Anyway, and then here's the girl. Straight and narrow for a while, but tonight I'm on a bender, and my retina antennas are scanning the club intently for the girl I wanted bad and almost had before the Bentley. But evidently, when you're the greatest rapper of the century, you'll get another shot. The club was starting to get too hot, so I stepped outside for a breather. That very moment, I seen her. She had the glow of Aaliyah when I controlled my demeanor and said. Okay, let's keep going. I'm really curious to see where the story goes because we got the girl that got away is there. We kind of blew off the person. That person won't get into the car to get his gun. So let's see how this continues with 10, the let out, which I did back it up because I had started playing it. J. Cole, T-, and Steve. Steve from Minecraft. Track 10, the let out. Here we go. Ah, cool. Oh, cool. Really like settled into a tempo. I was wondering where that one was gonna go.
Will I make it home? Will I make it home? Only God knows. Only God knows.
Inside of the club on the wall, she was right there beside me. Couldn't tell there was danger around me. Damn, she blind me. Please watch your step, I heard from a concerned gentleman. He was about my age with a face that displayed it was genuine. Be safe, he said. Her niggas talking loud in the hallway. By the bathroom door, they was plotting on you and your compadres. So I sobered up quick with a heightened sense of fear me. What the fuck you doing in the Ville with no security? City like you, but trust that don't mean anything.
Oh, wow.
Somebody gonna hate you for what it could be anything. The way that you walk, you talk, the way that you rap, you know. The way that you put on the Ville, but you barely come back no more. My radar is up, I know this is due with his hat reload. The vibe is negative, I'm telling shorty we got it going. At that same moment I sweated, the lights came on. The DJ was yelling some shit on the microphone. He said, you ain't gotta go home, ain't
There's a song. Is it a song? I don't remember where the fuck it's from, but it's the same thing when the bar is closing and the bartender. Is it a song? You ain't gotta go home, but you can't stay here. So I love this. You ain't gotta go home, but you gotta get the fuck out of here. Good shit. Good shit. Gonna let it play out because we're basically this whole thing is this song is wrapping up the story of disc 1 essentially, which is kind of wild because we got 2 more songs after.
She got the type of thing you can't
I
even
love
find
this
no
fucking
more. They play the type of games I don't be around no more. I see see some niggas that time bandanas on their face. Hop in the trunk, that's where the hammer's always late. I'm tryna find a way to get to the parking spot. Feel like a mile away, I gotta get off the block. Shorty done stopped and put her hands around my waist and told me I want you. Yes.
Not right now. No.
Please believe me when I tell you it can happen to you. Proceed with caution, thinking they stalking your moves. Pistols be sparking, leaving your thoughts on your shoes. Outside of the club, paranoid with keys in my hand. Heard the shots ring out for survival, instincts we ran. Oh, will we survive the let out? 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 Will we survive the let out?
Shots start firing, and good times turn violent. At the let out.
I was gonna say, is that what the let out means?
Will we survive the let out?
Get thrown out of the club.
Will we survive the let out? Will we survive the let out? Will we survive the let out? Will we survive the let out?
Yeah, I fucking A, man. So there's something else I'm thinking about. I'm going too far with it. I'm overanalyzing, which is my job. Bob the overanalyzer. But I'm really enjoying the emphasis of, well, we survived the let out. The so much focus on saying those lines over and over again, because to me it hints at a metaphor. Now, let's be very clear here. Where the fuck? In this interlude, yes, it happened to me. And please believe me when I tell you it can happen to you. So I'm just going to take this as a true story from J. Cole. Now, the question, okay, well, why are we telling this story? Like, what's the purpose of telling this story? Because you can tell the story and it's a story, and there you go, you make a song about it, great. But think about the broader idea of the fall off, of retiring. And then this focus on, will we survive the let out? Will we survive the let out? And was it the previous song, Drum and Bass? What was the line of, we read the line of, you know, they're doing this and that because the names are bigger than their own, or than they are. The names that they're arguing over, whatever. I forget how the lyrics go. I think it was the previous song. I'm pretty sure it was a previous song. Yeah, because we haven't gone through these lyrics yet. But just think about, you're J. Cole. You're a big star. You want to go home. You've had a successful career. You kind of want to just wind down. And I mean, J. Cole is not a flashy person. It seems like he tries to stay on the down low, under the radar as much as possible for the most part. You know, it seems like that's the type of person he is. You're not going to be a rapper forever. You don't need to be a rapper forever in terms of if you're managing your money well and you're making good money and stuff. So how do you wind this down? And maybe you're thinking about that. Maybe you're thinking, it'd be kind of nice to just become a person again, and it'd be nice to kind of go back home and maybe find old what's her name and hit up some old friends. But who else is there? People with ego, people with pride, people who are willing to fight over a name simply because that name is bigger than who they are. People get upset, people get wild and crazy when the club shuts down and you got to leave, and I can't even go live like a normal life in that lane. But also too, like, just over the arc of a career, you know, watching other artists and what have happened to other artists, whether they get fucking killed or they go crazy and their music goes to shit. I won't specify anyone there. There's just been a lot of wild shit. You know, and I've only been listening to hip hop for 5 years now. Is it 5? Yeah, coming up on 5. But in these last 5 years, I feel like there's been a lot of shit. So I feel like, will we survive the let out? Will we survive? To me, it's almost like will we survive the end of this? How do I want to survive the end of this? And what is he saying in the song? And it's part of the story, so it makes perfect sense. But I just want to get the fuck home. I just want to get out of this. I just want to get home. I'm scared. I'm in immediate danger, direct threat. I just want to get the fuck home. And maybe, maybe that's one of those things. I had an experience once. I'll share a story. I've said this before, but my junior year of high school, moved up to Idaho. I lived with my mom for a year, fell in with the pothead, metalhead guys. Great guys, honestly. They were super fun and super chill. But we smoked a lot of pot. And there was one trip. We had one buddy he was sober most of the time, so he would drive us. And he was sober this trip. Got high. It was laced with something. I don't know what. I was all fucked up. It's winter. It's northern Idaho. The roads are snowy. All this other fuck. I'm in the backseat. I'm all fucked. I'm just fucked up. I'm trying to come out of it, and I can't. And our sober friend, who was sober, who was driving, fucking slams on the brake and screams deer. And I just remember clearly still, I was probably 16. This is 30 fucking years ago almost. Clear. Oh, just clear as a bell. Remembering, what a goddamn shame. This is how I'm going to go. In the back of a car. I don't even think I had my seatbelt on. In the back of a car. High, all fucked up on something. Just some dumbass kid who at the time, I was living in a single wide trailer next to the train tracks. I just remember immediately just this shot going through my brain. What a fucking shame. This is how it ends. And then the driver, our friend who's driving, just starts laughing because he was fucking with us. There was no deer. He just hit the brakes to fuck with us. And then we got home safe and everything was fine. And I remember after that, I didn't really hang out with them anymore. And it wasn't because I was mad or anything like that, but it was just this slice of absolute clarity. What do I want from my life? How do I want my life to go? How do I want it to not end? And this fucking story, man, if this is real and he's saying it's real, I'm just going to believe J. Cole, it's real. What a waste to come up from where you come from, to make it big, to be successful, and then to have it all come to an end because you just kind of went home and you're hanging out with some friends and you're having a good time and you get to the club, but oh shit, there's that one girl, oh my God. And then because you kind of blew someone off and they know who you are, fuck that guy. What a fucking waste. What a waste. And so this moment of clarity of this thing, I just want to get the fuck home. Will we survive the let out? I just want to get home. I got my keys in my hand. Where the fuck is it? And shaking. Proceed with caution. There's stock on your moves. Pistols be sparking. Leaving your thoughts on your shoes. Outside the club, paranoid with keys in my hand. Heard the shots ring out. Full survival instincts. We ran. Will I make it home? Only God knows. Will I make it home? I can totally connect with this feeling. And if this is a true story, it's such a fucking wake up call. Because especially if, my situation is just its own thing, right? But you think about J. Cole and his life, and if you got all this money, and you're already not really interested in fame anyway, he seems like a pretty low-key dude. Doesn't really seem that interested in fame. Doesn't really seem that interested in showing off. What the fuck am I doing? I gotta get home. I gotta fucking retire. I gotta fall off. Fuck this shit. I gotta get the fuck. I just want to go home. I just want to go home. Cool shit, man. In a hood near you, there's a late night gathering of souls in the parking lot shortly after the club closed because people don't want to go home. But it won't be long before somebody starts wilding, shots start firing, and good times turn violent at the let out. Will we survive the let out? Let's keep going, man. I'm so glad I've decided to just do this in parts because I'm over 2 hours in, not even through the first half. Like, there's no way. My brain would have been like, oh, I got to hurry up and get through it, But instead, I'm just having a lot of fun. A lot of fun. Let's see how this concludes. We've got Bombs in the Ville, Hit the Gas. This is track 11. I'm kind of assuming this is the final of the first half because track 12 is referred to as a bonus. So I'm going to treat this as the final, and we'll hear the last one too. J. Cole, T-, Boy Wonder, Fierce, Carter Lang, Weston Weiss are producing. Here's track 11, Bombs in the Ville, hit the gas.
Yeah. I wanna lock it down, make time for you. Chocolate brown, what sign are you? I don't know, but I got feeling it can't be stopped. Hugged up with you in the parking lot. Outside the whip, my shit on rock. Lips so soft with the strawberry gloss. You make a nigga fall like a Marbury cross. Late night calls, I got calls to cut off my bras for you. Great white shark, just like Jaws. I rock the boat for you. I got high hopes for you. Heard somebody say they on top now. I pull up to see if you there. But counting up M's in the background. Still moving low key, I'm rare. I remember the spot you met me. I pull up to see if you there. I was hoping you ain't forget me. Forget me. Yeah, damn, she got it. Damn.
God damn, she's God damn. I've always loved that. God damn.
Had to match the praise cause I was too bad. Ran off and had a child or two. I know I said I wasn't gonna stay. But don't it pass the loud my way. Fuck with you, nigga, I'm going through things, going through things. Time's not slowing down.
This part's kind of confusing, like trying to pay attention to what he's saying. So I'm just gonna like read through it when we get to the end.
And then they dispose, a new flower grows. Can't take it personal, that's just how I go. Soon you gon' notice your high coming down. And that's the point that I call you from now. This is the fall off, I'm falling off how the rappers do when they can't find a new sound. Missing the day they was hot all year round. But life is a film that cannot be rewound.
Oh yeah.
Life is a film that cannot be rewound.
Well done. Well done. Well done.
Life is a film that cannot be rewound.
Yeah. Well done. Well done. Oh, Jesus. I'm so excited. I have to like stop and like take a breath almost. Where do I want to begin? Let's start everywhere. Okay? All right. Ready? Ready, go. Let's start from the beginning. That, I suppose, makes sense. So they get out. They survive the let out. Okay? And I pretty clear he wants to talk about he's talking about this girl here. I want to lock it down, make time for you, chocolate brown, what sign are you? I don't know how, but I got a feeling that can't be stopped. Hugged up with you in the parking lot outside the whip, my shit on the roof. Lips so soft, strawberry gloss. What was the Marbury Cross? I don't know what a Marbury Cross is. No mention. Okay. I got high hopes for you. Let's go to verse 2. Bitch, I'm a star, but I'd never shine. Built the tallest wall, come and see behind. Bombs in the Ville, violent all the time. When the smoke clears, you is who I'll find. Let's run away. Heard somebody say they're on top now. I'll pull up to see if you're there. But counting up M's in the background, still moving low key, I'm rare. Remember the spot you met me? I'll pull up to see if you're there. Now, there's some lines I want to touch on here. This part. Heard somebody up on top now. I'll pull up to see if you're there. There was a song or on Legacy. She was talking about I'll be at the top of the mountain. Or no, it wasn't Legacy. It was the one with Thames. Bunce Road Blues? Was that the one with Thames? Yeah. Okay. Let's get Thames was the non-italicized. Okay. Here's what Thames says in Bunce. I don't want to leave you alone. Love is a mountain climb for you. Throw you a line, I could pull you. Scared I wouldn't grasp for long, but my holding strong for you. So when he says, heard somebody's on top now, I'll pull up to see if you're there. That's a reference to that. She's holding the rope. She's talking about, holding her up, and I'll hold on. I'll be up here on the top of the mountain that is love that you have to climb. And it's this kind of double meaning. Heard somebody said they on top now. I feel like that's a reference to industry and music, and they're the best rapper because we're talking about the fall off. So now I'm going to pull up on this rope to the top of this mountain of love that I got to climb where you are. You're waiting for me. You're holding this rope for me. I think that's what's happening right there. Now let's read this hit the gas part that was cracking me up because I kept focusing on the god damn, she still got it. She still got it. Okay. Hitting the gas is not something I do. Had to match the braids because I was too fucked up in the head. I felt confused. Sure glad I ran back to you. I was scared you found somebody new, ran off and had a child or two. I know I said I wasn't going to change, but all the past done allowed my ways. Focus up. I'm going through things. Time's not slowing down. We need you around. I need you around. So that's the girl. And then this is this verse where he's really just hitting the fall off. I do a pretty good job of weaving around the N-word that I'm not allowed to say. I almost just fucking cracked it off right there. Fuck with your... I almost said it. I'm going through things. Gray hairs on my head. I know a few things. I bought an iPhone that travels through time. FaceTime done got younger me on the line. Now, what is this about? He's jokingly exaggerating the capabilities of FaceTime, turning it into a metaphor connecting with his past. Okay. So I wasn't sure if he was referencing, like, maybe he found an old video of himself on his phone. He was like, oh shit, like remembering back. I don't know. As soon as he saw me, he just started crying. I told him, relax, everything's going to be fine. So this is his older self talking to his younger self. He wiped off his face and said he's trying to be strong, but some days you feel like he's doing it wrong. I told him, hold on, and passed out my phone to my oldest son and my youngest one and said, you want to look him straight in the face? Does that look like you've been making mistakes? Love that. Fame is a drug you was chosen to take. Unfortunately, can't be sober and great. You're just like a flower the world want to hold. They sniff on your petals until you get old. And then they dispose. A new flower grows. Can't take it personal. That's just how it goes. Soon you're going to know your high's coming down, and that's the point that I'll call you from now. This is the fall off. I'm falling off how? The way rappers do when they can't find a new sound, missing the day they was hotter year round. But life is a film that cannot be rewound. I love everything about that for reasons that are probably very, very obvious. But what I really love is this addresses ego. Again, this is addressing ego in a very kind of roundabout way. Life is a film that cannot be rewound. And I mean, that's obvious and straightforward. We know that. But really, the ego is what does not want to fall off. The ego wants to always stay the hottest, the best, the most relevant, the most numbers, selling out. I'm always the best. The ego is always the best. But that's impossible. We know that's impossible. We know that's not realistic. We know that's dumb. So the sound sane portion of whatever the fuck this vessel body existence thing is, we have to tell the ego, calm down, precious little child. Calm down. You had your fun. The day at the beach is over. Just think of a child at the beach running around, having fun and all this. And then what happens, right? As they run and play in the water, they get tired, don't they? And then when it's time to go, what do? They fucking cry. They cry. They don't want it to be over. It's over. It's over. You've had your fun. It's over. Summer is coming to an end. The sun's going down. It's getting colder. You're getting tired. It's time to go home. It's time to go to sleep. That's what it is. That's all it is. And so the fall off, and I'm so happy. I'm so happy. This is so great, man. And I was hoping J. Cole would really come through. And I had a lot of faith that he would. But this is what he's, in my opinion, this is what he's really telling is it all comes to an end. Everything that we do, it all comes to an end one way or another. Hopefully it's in a decent way. Hopefully it's in a way of our choosing. Sometimes it's just fucking over. You get fired. Somebody dumps you. Whatever, right? Your PlayStation breaks. God damn it. Now I gotta go get a new fucking PlayStation. Mine did not break. That's just an example. But also, there's gonna come a time Well, I don't play that PlayStation anymore. I don't play that game anymore. Whatever, right? It always comes to an end, whatever it is. And so let's take all this shit and wrap it all up. I can't be the top guy forever. I know. Y'all are going to argue J. Cole never was the top, but whatever. I'm not trying to argue that he is or is not, okay? I'm just coming from his perspective. I can't be the top guy forever. Damn near just got about fucking killed at that stupid fucking club. I don't want to go out like that. I got plenty of money. I found the girl. I got the girl. I just want to go home. I just want to go home. So you know what? Instead of being a child at the beach, being dragged by their parents, kicking and screaming because it's over, you know what? Instead, I'm just going to be reasonable. It's been a beautiful day at the beach. Had a lovely day, wonderful day. But it's time to go. So I'm going to pack up my shit and I'm going to go. And that's it. That's it. Life is a film that cannot be rewound. You enjoy it, and then you go. You enjoy it, and then you go. How you choose to go is up to you. Dignity, a little bit of grace. Or you can be something else. And I'm, again, not going to say any names of other artists. Okay. There's one more song. It's called Lonely at the Top. It's a bonus. I'm going to count this at the end of disc 1. But we're going to listen to the final song, obviously. Lonely Top, DZL, Wu-Tang. They're producing. Let's drop into track 12. 3.5 minutes. Lonely at the Top.
Listen, I wanna help my favorites to find that spark again, somewhere deep in their hearts again, man. Chasing them is how I made it. I felt this for a while but couldn't frame it. In the proper rhythms, it seems like they stopped just giving a fuck, and I fucking hate it. Cause where you supposed to look on days when you feeling motivated, when all your heroes either disappeared or sound so deflated. The younger generation hella fire, no I won't debate it. They pockets got too grown, for some it seems that love is gone, and now they pass the time with expensive glasses of wine at locations with the finest accommodations. And I ain't hating, just more so thinking about complacence and the realization that one day that's what my fate is. Their greatest hits fill up my playlist, not so much their latest. And I fucking hate it. For selfish reasons, I think I could help them reignite the flame and fall in love with this again. If they could trust in young Jermaine, we do our drills, we shake the rust, we blow the dust off of the pain and go shake up the game. And maybe then I'd have someone I wanna be again. But even as I write that thought, I don't believe it, dang. Cause maybe it wasn't even them, it's really me that changed. Maybe it wasn't even them, it's really me that changed.
Odd way to go out there. But I guess gotta go somehow, right? Okay. I found myself surprisingly emotional during that song. Although I guess I shouldn't be too surprised. I get pretty emotional. That's one of my attributes. And I'm tired. When I'm tired, I get emotional. But really what strikes me is he just loves it. You know, he loves music. He loves music. And I think that's something that matters a lot to me because I love music. I think that's something that matters a lot to us because we love music. And I think what he's talking about in this song, man, it's pretty easy to identify with, right? This kind of longing of missing the days of having those favorites, those greats that you listened to and they inspired you and they fucking, made you feel this or believe that. And oh my God, one of these days I'm going to be just like them and I'm going to fucking put my heart into it, my soul into it. I'm going to work at it. I'm going to get there. And then as you get older, you know what? It's kind of funny as you get older because becoming jaded, becoming cynical, pessimistic, those are all real things. And I think people talk about the loss of innocence, when you're a kid and how wonderful it could be to be a kid and just not have these concerns, which is true. It's true, but I view it more of as just you get a larger scope of reality. And, there's a lot of reasons to lose passion, become jaded, become cynical. And one of the things that I found that really zapped my hype, I don't really get hype. I don't do hype no more. That ain't my thing. What killed hype for me was the fucking gaming industry. My God. They would hype games, pretty bland, pretty mediocre kind of shit. Just over and over and over. And I finally, especially nowadays it's a little different because everything's just, you just download it right away. But like back in the day when you had to pre-order and you had to go pick up the copy and you had to stand in line and you were excited. Oh my God. And then it was shit. God damn it. You get burned over and over again. And finally you just go, you know what? Fuck it. I don't get hyped about games no more. I think that experience kind of happens probably everywhere, right? It's tough with music. And I'll talk about music specifically since that's what we're doing, right? We're listening to music. But like, it's easy to go, God, I wish somebody could make, we're never going to get a fucking T-Pab again. We're never going to get a goddamn Illmatic again. We're never going to have a Tupac again. We're never going to, but at the same time, we have to remember, like, these things are, those are difficult standards to hold because they're so high. It's so high. And it's this like natural byproduct of the greats. Whatever the greats are, whether it's athletes, music, movies, like the Marvel run, the movie run up until, Endgame was pretty fucking epic, and Disney's desperately trying so hard to make us care about those movies again. Oh my God. Please care about our movies again. But it's this weird byproduct of when you experience something so great and so amazing and so inspiring, you hold that in reverence, and then naturally other things compare to that because it just happens. It's not even intentional. I mean, people do intentionally compare things, which I think is a terrible way to go. I think if you compare things, you just rob yourself of enjoying what something else just is on its own. But we got to realize we can't just look to the best of the best of the best and then look at everything else and go, God, I wish there was something else. It don't work that way, I lost my train of thought. Can you tell? I can tell. I lost my train of thought. Let's go through lyrics. I want to help my favorites find that spark again, somewhere deep in their hearts again. Chasing them is how I made it. I felt this for a while, but I couldn't frame it in the proper rhymes. It seems like they'd stopped giving a fuck, and I fucking hate it. Because where are you supposed to look on days when you feel unmotivated, when all your heroes either disappeared or sound so deflated? The younger generation hellify. No, I won't debate it, but they want what I got right now. One day they're going to obtain it. Still, I find it hard to replicate what I'm longing lately. That childish admiration, like back when I had posters hanging. I do my best with this verse, but shit, maybe there's no explaining. Just venting is not complaining. But listen to me. For years, I felt like an only child. Well, and this little, I'll skip this little like analogy of being a kid waiting to go on the playground. The big boys done skated. The pockets got too grown. For some, it seems the love is gone. And now they pass the time of expensive glasses of wine at locations with the finest accommodations. And I ain't hating, just more so thinking about complacence and the realization that one day that's what my fate is. So think about that with the fall off too. I want to leave on my own terms. I want to leave while I still have passion for the music that I make. I don't want to be this person that's just kind of fucking half-assing it, phoning it in. It's kind of crap. A couple songs are decent. No. I want to wrap this shit up my way. Tight discography and call it good. I ain't hating. The greatest hits fill up my playlist. Not so much the latest, and I fucking hate it. For selfish reasons, I think I could help them reignite the flame and fall in love with this again. If you could trust in young Jermaine, we'd do our drills, we'd shake the rust, blow the dust off the paint, and go shake up the game. And maybe then I'd have someone I want to be again. But even as I write that thought, I don't believe it. Because maybe it wasn't them. It's really me that's changed. Maybe it isn't even them. It's really me that's changed. Never understood the phrase, it's lonely at the top, until I scaled that mountain all the way up till it stopped. And if you're ever blessed enough to make it to this spot, you'll see the ones you looked up to, unfortunately, had to drop. What goes up must come down. Well, so normally I offer closing thoughts, but I'm not going to do that right now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to stop because I've been recording for 2.5 hours. But what I'm going to do is for the rest of today, I'm going to make a playlist of the first 12 songs. I'm going to listen to the first 12 songs a couple more times today. And then tomorrow, when we go into disc 2, I'll have some knowledge, some reference to disc 1, some understanding. I'll sit with it. And then when we shift to disc 2, which is the 39-year-old perspective, I'll be a little bit more versed in the 29-year-old perspective. But that said, pretty well done on the first half. Pretty well done. I think he's painted a picture pretty well. He's told his story pretty well. Yeah, that was fun. I'm so glad I'm splitting this up into 2 parts. It's funny, life for me, like originally this weekend was supposed to be a big dirt biking trip and I was going to go, and a couple weeks ago I called it off for different reasons, and it's just kind of nice because it worked out. You know, I'm tired, kind of sick, probably getting sick. Hopefully I'm not sick tomorrow. But this album's landing and it's long, and like if I would have tried to cram it all in one day, that wouldn't have worked. So it's just kind of nice that life is working out the way it is for this. But I'm pretty impressed with the first half. Very curious about the second half. Gonna sit with the first half. Gonna make a playlist. Not gonna listen to the album and then accidentally start listening to the songs on disc 2. Not gonna do that. I'm gonna make a playlist right now. And then, we'll catch you guys tomorrow. All right, y'all. Take care.